thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome back. You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown of a bring Hollywood home on a budget. Today, we're checking off a few things on our bold and beautiful bucket list. Next up, finding our person. That is, if you want to elongate your electric summer fling and make it last longer than the summer. And to think I thought that Ben Higgins, former Bachelor, was the one to coin that incredibly plain but piercing phrase, finding your person. But I stand corrected, it was Grey's Anatomy. Who'd have thunk? I don't watch Grey's Anatomy, nor do I watch and may never watch the Millionaire Matchmaker on Bravo, Patti Stanger. I'm the furthest thing from a Bravo head, except for Top Chef, and that's only on rare occasions. But when it comes to your love life, if you find that the chips are down, perhaps it's best to go clubbing. That is, if you got the means to splurge to enter her Millionaires Club in LA or New York. If you can't do that, you might as well do this. Become your own matchmaker and follow 8 easy steps for attracting your perfect mate. And not only that, but as she says, closing the deal and getting a ring on your finger in a year tops. This 8-year publication was picked up for 25% off $3.99 and retails here in the States for $25 and in Canada for $28.99. Patty's got the floor. Explain yourself.
There's 110 million single people in the United States, and 40% are women over 35. So there's a very large void in the marketplace for women. There's just not enough men. Rich, poor, it doesn't matter. Everybody needs help. The biggest misconception that people have that a matchmaker is that you think that we can make someone fall in love with you, okay? Or we can get you married. We can't get you married. We can give you the person you should marry, but you've got to close the deal. And if you're a woman, you've got to find a quality guy that will close the deal for you. Millionaire Matchmaker is like one of the top 10 shows on the network. It is the best place for people to learn about dating tips and techniques. We hit over 1 million viewers in our first season, and that's pretty big. It's been a hit. I know how important it is for women these days to find true love. It is really difficult when you're working, you're a single mother, you haven't dated in a million years. My book is called Become Your Own Matchmaker, 8 Easy Steps to Attracting the Perfect Mate. And it's about 8 easy steps, not only to find your mate, but also to close the deal and get a ring in a year. The book has some really great concise chapters, like dating detox, for getting off the dating scene before you clear the space to attract the right mate in. Qualify your buyer, which is fantastic. It teaches you how to figure out who's a good guy from a bad guy. I wrote this book for single women everywhere. In fact, I dedicate it to them. I want them to be happy forever. I hope my readers really see that this book is going to be timeless. Whether you're 18 or 80, doesn't matter what generation you grew up in, this will be the Bible. Because men are wired differently than women, and nothing in their DNA has changed, okay? We just need to learn how to use these tools that are given to us in a more timely fashion so we don't waste, our good egg years, as I like to call it. My grandmother always believed there's a lid for every pot. No matter where you are in the universe, no matter who you are, what race, religion, creed, you name it, there's somebody for you. Even if you're gay, straight, pink polka dot, whatever, love is eternal, and there'll always be someone out there for you.
Okay, a lot of folks have watched The Millionaire Matchmaker when it aired, and it attracted over 1 million viewers, as she said. But today, when viewed in 2024, as with the companion book, there are a lot of hard truths to find here that would make the woke crowd of today feel vastly indignant. I would say this: separate the book from the show, and maybe you could have something to work with. For all the sass and hard truths in here that might be a little too hard to handle, there is a lot of hot and practical advice to be followed in here. To be followed at your own peril, I don't really know. Again, I haven't watched The Millionaire Matchmaker and have no plans to. But there is a lot of practicality in here, and I'll do my best to prove it. First up, we're in a chapter called Mirror, Mirror, Sexy is as Sexy does. What personality or appearance do you relate to the most to unleash your inner sexy? You could be one of many things. Cute and perky, the girl next door, a sex pot, exotic, or intellectual. And for each category, Patti Stanger lists a few celebrity examples. Cute and perky, the girl next door, sex pot, exotic, intellectual. For me, if we're talking about celebrities, there is one woman that, with the exception of exotic, definitely fits into a few of these categories. Intellectual, cute and perky, and the girl next door. My number one celebrity crush. And who on earth would that be? Do you have any ideas? Oh, yeah. By the way, semi-sex pot. Sex pots, I figure, have the hardest time getting the deal to close for the longer term. Just ask a few celebrity examples in this category. Anyway, on to making your own matchmaker map. These are just a few viable options, a few viable locations for you to find the man of your dreams, according to Patti. It's all about location, location, location when finding your person. Professional sporting events, steakhouses, driving ranges, tennis clubs, movie theaters, classes, salsa or country dance clubs, prepared food aisles at the supermarkets,
city bars, auto and boat shows, industry events, cigar bars, upscale car dealerships, wine tastings, political support groups, marathons, outdoor sporting events, adventure groups, diva stores, dog parks, hobby and fan conventions, food buying, festivals, hotel stores, bowling alleys, movie arcades, scuba diving, single vacations,
Vegas, baby, and charity events. And just a few places where the boys really aren't. They're not, as of the time of this book's publication, at spiritual classes and workshops, gyms or fitness centers, hot bars and clubs, cruise ships, Starbucks or the local coffee house of all places. Come on. I can agree somewhat on hot bars and clubs. Generally, you shouldn't go dating a guy long-term that you met in a club and just wanted to have a casual fling with. That's like casual fling central right there.
salons, brunch buffets, frozen yogurt shops, or laundromats.
Another chapter in here is called Qualifying the Buyer. Accentuating the positive or the negative in qualifying and quantifying the buyer. The one who's trying to buy your charm and the one who's trying to earn it. Or the two that are trying to buy or earn your charm. Who says it just has to be monogamous? Anyway, we got here Peter the Plotter. Hey, what's the deal, Patti the Peeper? You disturbed voyeur to other people's lovelorn love lives! What's wrong with you? That's a disservice to me and to my late father, God rest his soul. We're kind of plotters, but I'm trying to break my way out of it! Anyway, Frank the faux planner, Freddy the frugal guy, again another disservice. If he's frugal, that means he's saving up probably to get you a really expensive diamond ring in the future and earning your love through homemade crafts and special heartfelt hobbies and things of that nature. Why you gotta slam him too? Polly the Pouncer? Yeah, he's probably a red flag. Bobby the Bragger, Mark the Misogynist, Pierre the Partier, Kenny the Critic. Hey, I'm a semi-critic, okay? Does this mean I have half a chance of actually getting the goal? Theodore the Therapizer, Wally the Wounded, Phil the Flake, Kobe the Control Freak, as for the Green Lights, Quentin the Qualifier, Carl the Consistent, Finn the Fine Diner, Spencer the Self-Made Man, or Self-Made Woman. I never forget. Spencer Hastings, Pretty Little Liars, Troy and Belisario. She was such a dream. And still is a dream. Oscar the Optimist, just as long as you're not dating Oscar the Grouch or any optimist out there named Oscar who's all colored green. Danny the Divorcee, Gary the Great Friend, Link the Landowner, Vinny the Volunteer, Jonathan the Gentleman. Yeah, Those are your walking red flags and green flags right there. And this is your relationship reality check. A list of things you can check off to make sure that he or she is the right person for you. You track any of these things, and hey, within 9 months to a year, you'll be ready to negotiate the ring. As far as the dating detox chapter goes, that would just mean dating yourself first, before you can move on to, sell your soul, per se, to any qualified buyer in or out of the Millionaires Club. But don't sell all of it. You know you gotta withhold some of that for yourself, right? You are your own matchmaker, but then again, you are your own partner. You are your own boyfriend or girlfriend. You gotta be that first before you can be somebody else's. So there you go. Become your own matchmaker. We got here sensible advice with nonsensical undertones. And I'm awarding her 3.5 out of 5 claps. She's not really my favorite matchmaker. But at the end of the day, when all else fails, who else could you trust to find a relationship that makes the both of you, or maybe the 3 of you, I'm starting not to judge that much, feel like $1 million? Now, if you'll excuse me, Patti, I'm calling my lawyer! Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.